Hi guys, it's Avine the Introvert and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, so today's episode is a very short one. We're going to be talking about why you don't need New Year resolutions. Okay, so why is the productivity person talking about New Year resolutions? Well, personally, I've discovered that there are a few mistakes that people make when creating New Year resolutions, which I feel make them utterly unnecessary. There are much better ways to go about your goals, but I created this video solely for the purpose of telling you why New Year resolutions, in quotes, are not necessary. The first reason why I believe that New Year resolutions are not necessary is because it is a kind of procrastination. We all know that when we put a particular activity or a particular goal, when we push a particular goal farther into the future, saying that okay, I can't do this now, but I'm going to give myself time, I'm going to push it to a later date, and by some kind of magic I'm going to be able to start doing it. We are just procrastinating what we want to do. We're just procrastinating that change of habit. You are just procrastinating your achievements, guys. If you are already in November and there's something you want to start, there's a project you want to start, instead of saying I'm going to do this in 2021, or maybe there's a bad habit or you've not been exercising properly and you make a New Year resolution that by 2021 I'm going to start exercising. Bro, it's not gonna work. You're just procrastinating, you're just pushing it forward. I know what procrastination does. When the time starts coming, you are going to look for another reason to not do it all over again. In my opinion, instead of pushing a particular change of habit or whatever far into the future or into the next year, tell yourself you're going to start it now, at that moment. If it's something you can start that day, start it that day immediately. Even if it's the last day, start it that day. You don't have to push it forward. So that's the first one. The second reason I believe that New Year resolutions don't work is that you probably always forget to ask the why question. The why question means that you should have asked yourself why that change of habit or whatever it is that you wanted to achieve or whatever it is that you wanted to change, why you are not able to change it at the moment. Okay, there may be things that may be restricting you at that point which you are not even aware of, but you just assume that now is just not a perfect time. I want to push it into the future to be able to do it. So a very good example is probably you want to start a new business and that new business requires a lot of funding, and you say in 2021 I make a resolution I'm going to start a new business, or whatever it is, maybe you need new exercise equipment that needs money and you say I'm going to start doing this in 2021. Now, asking yourself the why question, you would know that you have to get that money from somewhere. And pushing that particular activity into the future doesn't change the fact that you still won't be able to do it if you don't have that money. So when you ask yourself the why question, you would know that I need XYZ amount of money and I need to get a definite source where I'm going to get that money from. So even if you decide that in 2021 you are going to start a new business and you need, let's say, 500,000 naira to start, and you don't have a source, you don't have that source 2020, you still don't have that source, or you don't have a plan to get that money in 2021, that business is still not going to work. So you should be able to focus on goals that you can ask the why question to say, okay, if this is what is stopping me from doing this now, and I don't have plans on how to correct that in the future, I should not expect that in 2021 by magic I will be able to do it. So when you are pushing a particular change of habits or activity into the future through the form of a New Year resolution, ask yourself the why question. Why can't I do it now? There may be justifiable reasons why you can't do it, and you should be able to tell yourself the truth if you can solve that problem or not. If you can solve it, then start it now. You don't need to push it into the next year. If you can't solve it and there is no plan for you to solve it even in the next year, your New Year resolution is just going to disappoint you at the end of the day. The last and most important point or reason why I believe that New Year resolutions don't work is that you break the flow, thereby wasting time. When I say you break the flow, I mean that human beings are human beings. We're not snakes or whatever, that every season we metamorphose into something else. I understand that we grow and all of that. I know we learn, we change and all of that. But the most important thing, guys, is that your life is a going concern from the moment you were born until the moment you die. Now, coming around to now decide to make a particular New Year resolution that probably is not even in line with your already set goals, you're already contradicting what you've been doing before. So probably you've come so far, you've come to a certain level of growth in your business. Your New Year resolution is supposed to be continuous. So many of us make the mistake of now trying to do something that sometimes breaks the flow of where we got into. And it's like we want to jump a particular step and go to a particular level. Probably you want to introduce a new product that your business is not ready for, probably just because you feel like it's a new year. I want to do something different. You don't have to always do something different. You can continue what you're doing. Things don't have to change everything doesn't have to change just because it's a new year. It's a new year. Yes, we all know it's a new year. But what you started in the previous year, finish it. Okay? You started an exercise plan and you've not been keeping religiously to it. You know you have not been doing it properly, but you just assume, I don't want to do it again. I feel like it's not working. Let me try something else. You just be doing crash planning all the time. Every year you be changing plan, and at the end of the day you are going nowhere. Learn to stick to one thing. Businesses even have a plan for a span of 5 years. That's to show you that they don't just want to be changing tactics and strategies every single year. They want to keep on doing the same thing to be very, very sure that it's not working because of it, not because they are constantly changing everything. So don't always break the flow. Don't decide that because it's a new year, I must do everything different. You are still the same person and nobody has changed you. Even if you want to change a bad habit, it should be in line with your goals, your set objective, and it should be a continuous process. So guys, that is all I have for today's video. At the end of the day, it's not as short as I thought. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up for this, subscribe, and share with people you know would find this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.